Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So we're moving on with the holiday collections and the various purchases. I know lots of you will have looked at, if not bought, items from the Chanel holiday collection this year, which certainly in North America was released really early. It seemed to be hot on the heels of the autumn fall collection. We had to wait a bit longer in the UK. I'm not sure about the rest of Europe. I actually bought two pieces from this collection. I'm going to say about 3.5, maybe 4 weeks ago, on my way for a journey for work, which, yeah, it must be nearly 4 weeks ago because we've been in lockdown again for quite a while now here in England, certainly. So the collection was in some of the standalone boutiques at that point, hadn't gone live on the website, and literally the Sunday that I bought two pieces from a shop first time I'd been shopping in a proper shop for months and months, and probably the last time for a while, but it seemed to go live on the website later that night, so we were quite a way behind. I was in two minds about this collection. I didn't really intend to buy much at all. I was a bit dubious about the single eyeshadows, to be honest. I quite like a palette. I don't know, it just seems like quite a lot of money for one shadow because you're getting a lot of product, of course, but who needs a huge amount of product? I never get through a whole eyeshadow. I don't think I won't say I've never hit pan. I very rarely hit pan on any palette that I've had. So the quantity is less attractive to me than a variety of nicely curated shadows. So I like the quads. So I was a bit disappointed with the singles. And I wasn't sure about the blusher highlighter item that seemed a bit of a hybrid, and I definitely felt that when I went into the shop. So I basically went in just intending to get the nail polish because, as you know, I collect the nail polishes. I do have a few golds, but this is a nice creamy gold. I haven't worn it yet, but I like the look of it. So that was a no-brainer. I think that was the only polish released. I missed out on one of the autumn range, a very nice dark red that sold out on the website very quickly, which was a shame. And I got the kind of ballerina type pink from the autumn range. But otherwise, there hasn't been a lot to buy polish-wise from Chanel. So obviously, while I was in the shop, I took the opportunity to look at the singles. And you will know there are four. There are two golds, a dark brown, and a kind of rose gold, which seems to be the most popular. So let's look at the one that I did get, which was not the rose gold. It was the one Or Blanc, so the lighter of the two gold shades. I just felt this one was more useful, and when I swatched it, it kind of looked less a gold than a kind of almost khaki. You can just see there, it's not very densely pigmented. And that's a feature of all of these shadows, as far as I can tell. And I don't know, I just wanted something with the gorgeous pattern, which I really like. You can see, I have used this a few times. The CC in the centre is starting to wear off already. And it's imprinted with the chains, which are a feature of this collection, reflecting the chains on the handbags and the haute couture. Really pretty, and so I kind of wanted that. I know that my mother has in fact bought me the other gold shadow because she was almost in hysterics when I told her in passing that I'd been and bought a gold eyeshadow because she'd already got one. So I know that's coming. And after I'd made those two purchases and told myself I was done, I kept thinking about the rose gold shadow, which of course in the end I ended up getting off the website. So here it is. I've also worn this one, not as much. It's a really pretty colour. Kind of a coppery pink. They're really pretty, these two together. You do really have to kind of work them. They are not densely pigmented at all, and I'm very fair-skinned. So they won't be for everyone, I don't think. And I know a lot of people really like the brown. It just seemed a bit ordinary to me. I will say that I've quite enjoyed using these singles again. And it reminded me, I do actually have a whole slew of singles from Chanel. They're several years old now. This is probably my favourite. Kind of, not surprising, is it? A taupey colour. You know how I love these. But with quite a lot of cool silver in it, which I used to wear a lot. And I've taken it out. It looks almost lilac-y, doesn't it? They're pulling. Just as a single wash over the eyelid. And I kind of was reminded of that and the others. I've got about 8 of them. Here's another one that I pulled out that I also like, called Hazard. Bit darker. Again, that kind of lilac-y pull, but more matte. They are quite useful, and they're beautiful, beautiful quality. You can see. I mean, this must be at least 6, 7, 8 years old, and it's still working beautifully. So I enjoy actually the single shadows more than I expected. And then, of course, I kept looking at the promotional materials for this collection, and particularly the kind of main model look, which is the bright gold, the one I don't have that I know I'm getting for Christmas, on the eyelid with black kind of cat eyeliner, which I won't be able to do, but black mascara, and then very, very red lips. And so, although I absolutely do not need any more lipstick, I ended up buying 2 out of the 4, and 2 quite bold ones. This is the colour I think she's using in the model shots. So it's the Holiday deep, deep red. And you will know that this kind of has little flecks of gold, but they're very subtle. It's a very blue-toned berry colour, I would say. So very seasonal, which looks great with the gold eyelids if it's a bit of a startling look for day to day. A very nice party look, although how many parties we'll be going to with COVID is another matter. And I also just really fancied the kind of brighter Christmassy red that I saw some people modelling. Somehow you've just got to have a seasonal red, haven't you? Again, that's a very mid-toned, but pulling more blue than orange, which for most people is more flattering to the teeth, certainly. I mean, deep reds are difficult for me. I think they're difficult for older women unless you've got very generous lips. But I don't know. I just wanted the glamour of the packaging and the holiday look that I'm kind of yearning after as we're all in lockdown. So I ended up getting quite a few pieces. I'm definitely done now. I have occasionally thought about the blush highlighter, but I know there are kind of mixed views on whether it makes people look a bit muddy. It's quite expensive, nearly I think £50 over here. And I did wonder how similar it was to last year's. Do you remember this? The rose gold, definitely a highlighter, not a blush, but I had that. And I did use it a lot as a daily highlighter, really, because it's relatively subtle on the cheeks. For quite a few months last winter, kind of forgotten I'd had it, so I thought better to take that out and use it a bit more than launching with another £50 on yet another highlighter when I've got plenty. So, oh yeah, the one other thing I should show you, the little gift I got in the shop was a Chanel, I think it's a Christmas tree ornament, engraved, bright gold, engraved with a a bottle of number 5 and the world behind it. I thought it was rather pretty. I never get given gifts normally, so I was pleased about that. You've heard me moaning about Chanel packaging. This is the one I complain about, this funny sort of quasi box that they give. It has now got the seasonal camellia on it. This one was from an online purchase. The smaller bag with the ribbon was from the boutique. I have tried to make some inquiries. One of the lovely posters said that this is all eco-friendly and it's to try and, promote less waste from the boxes. But I'm pretty clear that this is not recycled paper that it's made from. And so not all that eco-friendly in my view, but there we go. It's obviously the way they've decided to go. It just doesn't look particularly festive to me. So I still say I'm in favour of Dior's packaging over Chanel's at the moment. But it's a nice collection overall, and I am enjoying it more than I expected to when I first saw it launched, and I was a bit dubious about it. So definitely things in this collection to make us feel a bit more festive. So I'd love to hear what any of your thoughts are, what you've bought, what you're enjoying. If you're not buying from Chanel, I know some of you have said what collections you're buying from. I think I'm pretty much done. Famous last words, certainly on the makeup for this year. I might buy some more skincare products. We shall see. Anyway, thumbs up, please, if you've got to the end and enjoyed this. Always helps me to know. And I hope you're all having a good week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.